Okay, buddy. 23 minutes from now, you're a married man.
It's crazy.
How are you feeling about that?
Excited, a little nervous, excited though.
You should be excited.
Yeah.
This is glorious. We're real proud of you.
Thank you very much.
Sound like Dad. Dad's uber proud because he raised you to get to this spot. So,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Was cool. Those are great years.
Yeah.
Going to a new chapter, buddy.
Yeah.
Hopefully my longest chapter.
Yeah.
This is glorious. Okay. Ready to get up there? Let's do it. Here we go. You can stand here. I'll get the mic. You're getting married, my friend.
Crazy.
It'll take a couple of minutes here until they come up, but but really proud of you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, honored to do your wedding, and really been good to get to know you guys. This is exciting, just the beginning.
So honored to have you do it.
It's awesome.
So honored. Yeah.
Very cool. Let's get you married. We'll get through some vows.
You make me cry before it starts.
Okay, don't do that.
It's terrible.
Yeah, don't do that. You got it. Oh, man. Oh, here we go. I'd like to invite everyone to rise. Oh, buddy. Here we go. Who gives this bride to be married to this man?
We do.
And it's your wedding day. You guys, like, you're getting married in like 20 minutes. You're going to be married, which is awesome. My name's Donovan Friesen. I have the joy of being one of their pastors, which is really exciting. And glad that I get to be here together. We've only kind of gotten to know each other as a result of you guys getting married.
Yeah.
So got engaged and we started to meet, which is great. And it has been so fun. We get to talk about theology and doctrine. We get to talk about world stuff going on, but family and marriage and relationship and what this is going to look like. And it's been a really good time learning, like, what is your future going to look like? And how do you have dreams together? And how do you bring two lives that are different together? And you guys like each other, so that's really good. That is good. Grown to love this couple. They have a deep desire to serve God and to love Him and follow Him. They also have a deep desire to know each other with their whole lives, which is amazing. I love it that you guys actually don't want to hide. It's not like you have these secret lives and then you kind of come together and hope that you're honest. It's like, doesn't matter if the conversation is tough or joy-filled. You guys want to walk it through because you want it to be honoring and holy, and You want God to be the center of it all. You don't want secret. I really, really like that. So it is an honor for me to officiate today. And those that are watching online, if you're watching, can you take like a photo of yourselves watching, or a little video or a greeting or something, and send it to this couple, because they would love to have just a picture of the people that are participating. And so if you're able to do that, that would be just fantastic. So anyway, let me pray. We'll invite the Holy Spirit to come and be ever present here, and then we'll have a short devotional. So God, thank you for today. God, what a great excuse to get together out here. God, a great excuse to, actually it's a form of worship, to be in your nature and creation, and to be a part of a wedding where you're taking two individuals and you're bringing them together, and they are making a family unit. When we come off this hill today, they are a unit, the two of them together, God. What a great gift and a great design that you had. So thank you for that. God, be honored in what we do. God, I pray by your Spirit that you would empower this couple to live out their vows, what they're going to say to each other. You would empower them, God, to live them out all of their lives, Jesus. I pray it wouldn't be compromised at all. And Jesus, would they today be the least that they love each other? God, today the least. Every day here on in, God, would they grow in a depth of love for you and each other, Jesus? I pray. Amen. So wedding ceremonies are interesting. They're interesting because people don't come to listen to a guy speak. They come to watch a beautiful couple get married. So I am not going to share very long, but just a little bit that I think is going to be encouragement. And always the week before the wedding, I take different spots throughout the week, and I just pray for the couple and say, God, like, what do you have? Is there something you want to say to them, or something specific for the couple? So I had a dream. This has not happened before. I had a dream. And I think the dream is for you, and I'm going to share it today. So I had a dream that there was two neighbors. And what's really funny is I drove here. Oh, okay, side note. I drove here today, and I was like, oh yeah, we're at a golf course. The dream was about a golf course. A golf course that should have been. So there was two neighbors. And both neighbors, they live side by side. The one neighbor, in my dream, I walked onto the neighbor's yard. It was very beautiful. There was like patio stones everywhere. There was a pool. There was this beautiful grass around the outside. And I was sneaking onto the neighbor's yard, or this yard. And I was sneaking on. There was probably 100 acres of land. And the dream of this particular neighbor, you know how dreams, you just know things? I knew the dream was a golf course. So I saw the turf around the pool, and I knew without a doubt this guy could make a golf course. And I watched the little dog, who didn't bark, run across the turf. And I was like, sweet. And I snuck across the turf. The problem is that the turf looked really amazing, but underneath the ground was so wet, I like dug my feet right into his perfect turf down to like my knees. So I quickly ran through the turf to the other side, to the back 40. The ground was extremely wet, and I now had taken the perfect yard and ruined it. So I scampered to the back, and the back 40 was very wet as well. And there was, for some reason, a bus with big mutters on it, ripping in the back, and all that you could use the back field for was putting big tires on a bus and driving around. There was no golf course that was going to be used. Well, I snuck into the back, watched them drive around, and I wanted to leave, so I decided to go through the neighbor's yard to leave. Well, there was a little ditch between the neighbor's yard and the first yard that I was on, and when I went across, it was like polar opposite. It was like no water. In fact, there was so much fine, like Grand Beach sand, that all over the ground, there was no water whatsoever. And they had so much sand that they made driveways that went all throughout their property, all over. It's just one big driveway made of the finest, most beautiful sand. He also had a dream of building a golf course. Both these neighbors refused to work together. They were fierce competitors, and yet they had no competition because they weren't going for anything. I woke up, and just before I woke up, I knew that what God was saying in the dream, or I sensed in the dream while I was still asleep, I sensed that God gave them everything they needed to fulfill their dream. They just had to work together, and that was the big if. So I woke up, and as soon as I woke up, I was like, oh, I think this is for Kenton and Jillian. I thought this was the dream for them, and I thought that is weird. So I immediately thought of you. Your marriage can easily become two neighbors fighting each other that look like they're doing really well, have it all kind of put together, and things are going great, but actually on the inside, or the actuality of it, or the intention of it is not good. Pride is really easy to quickly sneak in, to cause the ditch, and you have both of your strengths together can be beautiful, but you keep it separate, and you fight against each other, it's not going to work All of the ingredients to make a stunning golf course. Enough water, enough sand for bunkers. You can even make a beach for the kids. Everything is there. I imagined your marriage this way. But again, it has to be brought together. And it's easy to live two separate lives once you're married. It's really easy, actually, because you just get going and you each have a job and you're working and you come home and it's like roommates. But that's not what marriage is to be. And we've talked about this, but it's not to be that way. In the book of Song of Solomon, it gives a warning to be careful not to let the little foxes come into the yard or into the vineyard and like nibble at the roots. This is like, bitterness or frustration or anger or like these little things that can just creep inside. And you're not supposed to let these things fester. And you'll know something's festering when you lay down at night and your mind, and like finally everything is shut down and you start to think. And you can find out if there's something. And if you don't do what you've done till now and you don't like talk through it or wake up in the morning and be like, hey, can we have breakfast or can we spend some time later and work through these things, it can become a vineyard that takes forever to make and a moment in which to be destroyed because the foxes get there. When I woke up, this passage came to mind. It wasn't the passage I thought I was going to share today, but I'm going to share it. Romans 12, 10 to 13. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor serving the Lord. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Share with the Lord's people who are in need, and practice hospitality. So that is like summed up really well. You can go back and you can read that 100 times if you would like. If the two neighbors would live this way, they would have an incredible property that people could come to. You guys are two different worlds from two different provinces, coming together with two different upbringings, and somehow your dreams and everything are going to now, from today, they're going to have to come together. It's really important, and it's how God designed it to be. You're going to stay individual, but it's like one heart, one purpose, one intention, and if it wasn't that way, you shouldn't get married. But you guys are saying, no, this is how you want it to be. So I know this is what you've been cultivating. I know that you guys complement each other. We've talked about some of your differences that are very obvious differences, and they can become areas of contention if you let them, but they're going to be brilliant if you follow this passage very quickly, and then we get into your vows. Being devoted to each other, it's not just being devoted, it's being devoted in love. So it's not just being devoted. Being devoted is set apart for each other. Highest attention is put on the other person, and the motive is to love them. So you're supposed to put a great deal of attention on loving each other well. Honor each other above yourself. That means esteem the other person, respect the other person more than you would yourself. This is laying yourself down for the other person. I love the part where it says, never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor serving the Lord. Again, he just is like the motive of one's heart. It's like, don't lack zeal. Be excited about all things, except make sure that your spiritual fervor is serving the Lord, right? So it's like we live in COVID. We can get really excited about the things of COVID. We can get up in arms about all things, but make sure your spiritual fervor is to serve the Lord because it actually gets your attention in the right place. That's, I think, stunning. It's beautiful. Be joyful in hope. You'll find that easy. You guys are both optimistic, and when things are going good, you'll be joy-filled. But it says be patient in affliction. And you're going to say that in your vows. You're going to say in good or bad and rich or poverty. Like you say these things in a vow. And it's like, yeah, be patient in affliction because it will come. Just be patient. You'll get through it. Seasons are like that. Be faithful in prayer. This is like faithful means it's a decision that you make to consistently practice this. And again, it deals with your heart. When there's a need in the family of God, be generous and give well, give lots, and have people into your home. Be hospitable. If you do this, it deals with the inner motives. Actually, this marriage will be brilliant. In fact, if we had hundreds of people and I would do a little poll, we would have people that would be able to say, we didn't do that and we should have, or yes, if you do that, it's going to be really, really great. This helps you to be godly. It helps you not to be selfish. It helps you to put each other ahead of yourself. It helps you not to get arrogant. It helps you to remember to serve. If you just read this passage every week, like just read it and be like, God, please help us to live this out, it would already be stunning. And I'm really excited for the two of you. Kenton and Jill, you are about to embark on the greatest adventure of your lives. This is now listen very carefully, I guess, to what I'm about to say. In like 3 minutes, you're married, maybe 5. Life catches you really quick. It's like you go on a honeymoon and then life can go back to normal really, really quick. It starts running so quick and you can neglect these things. So if you start on your honeymoon being like, we're gonna really make sure that we practice this. We're gonna become faithful in praying for each other, because you say this to each other, that we're gonna pray for each other. But if you don't start, 2 weeks goes by and you probably won't start. It takes a ton of work to get it going later. But if you start this way in your married life, it's gonna be really good. Again, 2 neighbors, 2 different provinces, gathering together to start one family unit. And from today, as you walk off the stage, this is where, or this hill, this altar, as you walk off this altar, you become a couple and you become a family unit. Actually, moms and dads have very little say in your lives, basically nothing anymore after this, unless they are asked upon. But otherwise, that's their job is done. They don't have much work left to do, but they should be really proud. They should be really proud of their kids. You guys are really fantastic. You're a dynamic young couple. Keep your eyes on the things above and tend to your vineyard well. You ready to get married?
Yes.
Okay, let's get into the vows. You can hold hands even if you want.
If we want to.
Sure.
I'll let you hold the mic with this hand though. Okay.
Oh, I gotta start.
Oh yeah, you have the great joy.
Okay. Kenton, my best friend, right away. Okay. My best friend, my life partner, and my almost husband. I cannot be more excited to start this journey of the rest of our lives together.
Mm-hmm.
You are hardworking, thoughtful, funny, smart, caring, and most importantly, a man of integrity who desires to follow the Lord with your life.
Mm-hmm.
You comfort and listen to me in times of sadness, and you're excited with me when I feel excited. You support me, and I know that you desire what is best for our newly created family. Kenton, I promise to be faithful to you alone for the rest of our lives. I promise to love you and support you, serve and care for you. I will be open and honest with you. I promise to pray with you and for you, with desire to seek and follow the Lord's will through our journey together to build his kingdom. In good times and bad, rich or poor, sickness and health, I promise to be by your side until death do us part or the Lord returns. With this ring, I seal this vow.
Jillian, I can't believe that I get to commit myself to the greatest friend I've ever had. Who knew that the beautiful bridesmaid I couldn't stop looking at and the wedding party we were a part of would be the beautiful bride I still can't stop looking at as we get married here today. I still remember going for our first hike together and not only noticing the kind, funny, smart, genuine, and beautiful person that you are, but also talking about our faith and realizing that you are someone special. Jillian, you truly are a gift from God, and I promise to treat you as such for the rest of my life. I promise to love you and stay committed to you unconditionally through good times and bad, sickness and health, through rich or poor, till death do us part. I promise to care for you, protect you, and pursue you. I promise to pray with you and for you, and to desire to use our marriage for God's purpose together with you. I promise to pursue the Lord. I love you so much, and I can't wait to see where God leads us in our marriage. With this ring, I seal my vow.
Oh, you guys. Well, by the power given to me by Anchor Point Church and the province of Manitoba at 4:23 p.m., it is a great delight to pronounce you husband and wife. What God has joined together, let no one separate. Kenton, you may now kiss your bride. Let me pray. Well, and then we'll go sign. Let me pray. God, thank you for today. Thanks for this couple. They're married, 423. What a great design by you, God. Thank you for bringing them together. Thank you for their vows. God, I pray that they would live these out all of their lives faithfully, God, to you. Thank you that you're going to give them everything they need to do just that. God, we give you all the praise for this day in your name. Amen. So you're going to sign at 31. Awesome. There you go. You're going to sign 32. You guys can step back a little bit. Here you go. You're going to sign 33. Awesome. You're going to sign 34. Awesome. You guys can head back. You want your flag? Well, we made it. Thank you so much for coming. Those again online, a quick reminder to you, if you can snap a photo and send it, or a little greeting or message or something, the couple would really, really love that. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor to introduce to you for the first time, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Kenton and Jillian Peters.
Oh.
If you want to follow them out, you can. Yeah, awesome.
Okay. Hi, people at home.
Hi.
I feel like a vlogger
Yeah.
right now. We're so thankful that you guys tuned in to watch us, and it means a lot to us. We wish every single one of you could have been here, and we have felt all your love and support this whole time, and we just really thank you for watching. And like Donovan said, send us a picture. We'd love to see that you've watched.
Yeah, we're so excited. We're sorry that the live stream didn't happen, but we're so excited you can be here to watch anyways. And yeah, send us a photo or a video or whatever you want to do. Be creative if you want. And we're just so glad you could be with us to join in our special day.
We love you.